Hello traders, this is Anthony. Welcome back again. So today is on Sunday, and as usual on Sundays we normally do the top-down analysis, or in other words, we get ready for a new week. So before we get down to our video today, kindly let me take this opportunity to welcome you to this video. And maybe if you are new to our channel, kindly feel at the right place. Here, basically in this channel, we normally talk about the SMC concepts, or now to trade using the SMC concept. So if that is one of the strategy that you trade or you like to learn, then now I can promise you, you are in the right place. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly I urge you to take like 5 seconds of your time and you click on that subscription button. Make sure you like the video so that we may recommend this video to as many traders as possible. Also, don't forget to share the video if you are new, or if you know a trader somewhere who is struggling uh, with the SMC, then now you can recommend this video to that trader. So without further ado, let's come down to our video. So today I have like 4 pairs that I would like us to do the analysis together. And in these pairs, sorry, some of these pairs we did analysis previously. And if you haven't watched that video, kindly uh, I recommend you to watch the video. So I will leave a link on the description of this video. So somewhere on the description of this video, you can find that link on the previous top-down analysis video. So you can watch that video, because today I'm not going to talk to do much details on that, on this top-down analysis, since we did so on our previous video. So if maybe there is somewhere you will not understand, so kindly you can revisit the video and make sure you learn from that. So before even I begin, so maybe let me ask you, how was your week? Have you taken any trades on a previous week? For me, I took like 3 trades. I had 2 wins and 1 loss. So maybe if the time will allow us, I will show you the trade that I took this week. So I had 2 beautiful trades, one on gold and 2 on GBPUSD. But I think I already shared the trade with you. I uploaded a video on the trade that I took on gold. So you can find it on my channel, or maybe I can still leave the link on the description of this video. So you can still watch that video, and you will see uh, how I managed to get that trade. So with those few many remarks, let me just do the top-down analysis, and we are going to start with GJ, that is GBPUSD. And this is what we are having. So I'm not going to repeat what we did here. I'm just going to focus with what has happened this week and what we are expecting the coming week. So from the higher time frame, that is the daily time frame, you can see pretty clear that we are on a bullish trend. So this was our last break of structure, and this is the pure high that we marked, and we are expecting the market to come to this pure high before we look for buy. Uh, yeah, you can agree with me that we are bullish. That is, from the higher time frame, we are bullish. But the point is that, are we going to wait for a market to come all the way here for us to get to take a trade? No. So for me, I will capitalize on this counter trend, all this retracement phase here. But this is not something that I will recommend to a beginner. But if you got some skills and you know what you are doing, you can still make some money with this counter trend. So the only place that I can advise you to take the counter trend is make sure you pick your Fibonacci tool, place from a swing high like this. all the way to the swing low. So if the market has not yet traded to the 50% of Fibonacci tool, you can still take part in that movement. But whenever market comes to the 50% of the Fibonacci tool, so kindly stay away from the market, because at this area, market can decide to reverse from this area and continue the bullish trend. So until the market comes to the 50%, so you can still take some risk, although this counter trend is very risky, because market, remember, there is nothing that you can say is constant. So market can decide to reverse even from here. So it's not a must for a market to come to the 50%, but in most cases, market tends to come at least to the 50%, then it reverses from that area. So make sure you take note of that. Don't say that Antony told us we should always take part in the counter trend. No. Just remember, trading, it's all about risking, and nothing that I'm telling you here that is a must for it to happen. No. Trading is all about probabilities. So if the probability is on your side, then well and good. If it's not on your side, then you should know there is nothing you can do about the market. Yeah. Just work with that, with what is paying you or what is giving you results. So let me now go to down to the lower time frame, because there is this setup that I'm expecting, or I'm expecting to see it play for a coming week. So let me go to the 4-hour time frame and see what do we have in the 4-hour time frame. So this is the market structure shift that I have here from the lower time frame. I think this one was called. Let us go to the 1-hour time frame. Yeah, I think, yeah, this was on the lower time frame. That is 30 minutes time frame. That is where we managed to see this market structure shift. I'm not going there, but you can still revisit that one from the previous video. You can revisit the previous video and you will see that one. So we saw that market structure shift. We had a break of structure. So this week the GJ has not moved very much. You can see it has been consolidating, because if I can mark from the beginning of the Monday, somewhere here, week began at this area and it ended at this area here. So you can see the GJ has not moved that much. It was uh, it was consolidating. Yeah. So for me, this pair was not that much interesting for me to take a trade, because there was nothing here to trade, guys. So it's not a must to trade every week. It's not a must to trade every pair, guys. So if the pair is not clear for you, don't force setups. Yeah, that is the point. Don't force setups. Just react to what the market is telling you. If the market is not does not have momentum, then there are so many pairs that you can take part in. So for us, for the that week, we were expecting the GJ to come to this POI. Yeah? This is where we had marked our POIs. And if you can refine it, you can refine it to this candle here. So we had these two equal highs. This was our inducement. So I was expecting the GJ at least to come to this POI. Then from here now we can sell from that. But that one did not happen. So from what I can see, after taking these minor inducement, so you can see here we have a change of character. Market has swept this inducement. After that, you can see here a change of character. Then you can see here we have a fake break of structure. The reason I'm saying this is a fake break of structure is it has not swept any liquidity. So this acts as more as an inducement to me. This is an inducement. We also have another fake break of structure here, since it has not swept any liquidity. So this also, this high to me is also an inducement. So for me, I'm expecting the GJ at least to come to this supply zone here. So this one is too far away, so I will leave it as a painting. So this is what I'm expecting since we have a lot of liquidity resting below this supply zone. So this is the setup that I'm having on the GJ. So we have the supply zone here or another block, a lot of liquidity below it. Then this will be my target. You see this? Because this is the last low, the weak low that we are having here. So that should be your final TP. But as always, if this setup will play out, make sure you pay yourself. Because for me, I would like to have a fixed 1:3 like that. If this setup will play out, this is where I will have my first target. Then the second target will be at that area. So that is a setup that I'm having on GJ. So I don't know how you think about this setup. Maybe you can leave a comment on the comment section. So that is one scenario that I'm having. Uh, the next scenario is maybe if the GJ will not come to this area, then wait for this area here that we marked from the daily time frame. Then always wait for a good confirmation from this area. Don't take trade blindly because as you can see, this area is very big. So, and something that I would like to put across, whenever you have a pure high from the higher time frame, always make sure you wait for the confirmation. That is from 1 hour time frame and above. But if you have a setup from maybe 30 minutes or 15 minutes time frame, I don't think whether there is any reason not unless you have more than one pure high. But if you have one pure high from the extreme region, you can just take an aggressive entry. But maybe if you have two pure highs, or maybe if you are not sure whether that pure high is going to hold, so it's always recommended to wait for the confirmation. Yeah. So that is it that I'm having on GJ. Maybe we can go to the next pair. And the next pair we are going to look at is USDJPY. So starting from the forward time frame. So from our previous video, this is what we saw. This was a strong low and this was our weak high because you see here we had a market structure shift. So we were anticipating to catch some buys from here. Market never gave us a confirmation for us to take a buy within this area here. Now, but there is something that I said, if I get a good confirmation, I will take part in this continuation. So we did have a setup, but unfortunately the setup never played. And let me show you. This was it. This was it. Uh, we had this change of character here, of which this was a weak one, because never swept any liquidity. But now, after when we saw this low, it used this low, swept liquidity below this low, then I went ahead and broke the structure. So this is in fact, this one should be our change of character. You can mark it as a break of structure. So after this one, so this was our strong high, and this was our weak high, and this was our strong low. So we were anticipating to catch a buy from this area. You see this area? That is the area that I was anticipating to catch a buy, but market never gave us a confirmation for us to take that trade. Because the reason why I'm saying I was waiting for a confirmation, it's because if you try to take this trade from here, the stop loss should be below this low. And you see this stop loss is very big for me. So I was expecting to see a confirmation within this area for me to take a buy targeting this area. But market never gave us a confirmation within this area. So for me, I never took any trade within that area. And it's a good thing that, guys, you have a context, and it's a good thing to always wait for the confirmation if you have some doubts, because by taking the confirmation, although This confirmation most of the time will make you lose some most of the trade, but still it will prevent you from taking a lot of losses, and I think that is good. It's better you leave. It's better you take less trades other than taking a lot of trades, then you end up losing so many trades. So I recommend in most of your trading, make sure uh, you wait for the confirmation. And the good thing with this confirmation, you can see if I took the aggressive entry, I would have lost this trade, guys. You see, that is one of the advantage of waiting for the confirmation. And I can see now here we have a change of character. So that means now this become has become our strong high, and this is our weak low. So from what I can see, was our major inducement, and market has already swept our major inducement. So whenever market, and I think I talked about this one, whenever market takes out the external structure, whatever we are having on the internal structure becomes the liquidity. I repeat that. Whenever market takes out the external structure, whatever we are having internally becomes the liquidity. So all this one, I expect all this to become liquidity. Are you getting all these internal structures here? See, this is liquidity, 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 and also liquidity at this area. And here we are having some kind of equal highs. So this is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting the market to push to this PO high that is come tomorrow. I'm expecting the market to come here. Then from here, I can take a sell uh, towards the downside there. Although we are bullish, yeah. The higher time frame is bullish. Yeah. Uh, it is very risky to take out this sell here. So still, I recommend you wait for the confirmation in this area, because market maybe it was grabbing more liquidity maybe below this low before starting this bullish trend. So don't take aggressive entry in this area because the higher time frame is bullish. Are you getting? Wait for the confirmation in this area. Then if you get a good confirmation, take your sell in this area. So that is it on the USDJPY, guys. We're expecting a sell from here, but with a confirmation. So let me go to the next pair, that is Euro USD. From Euro USD, let me start from the 1 hour time frame. Let me start from the 1 hour time frame. Or let me just go to the 4 hour time frame, because remember we are doing top-down analysis. I don't want you to be confused. Let me just start from the daily. Maybe you can talk about something here. From the daily time frame, what you can see here, we have a break of structure. We had this fake POS since never swept any liquidity. So that's why you can see the market had to induce this low before starting to push to the upside. So from the daily time frame, we are bullish. Now going to the 4 hour time frame. Going to the 4 hour time frame, it is where we saw a market structure shift. Then market retraced to this extreme uh, point of interest. From there, we see this breakout structure. So from what I can see here, from the swing structure, see this is our high and this is our low. So this is our strong high and this is our strong low. Until the market breaks this high, the swing structure, it means to be bearish. Are you getting? And that is what we said on our previous video. Until the market breaks this black line here, we are still bearish from the swing structure. So, but now going to this is the PO high that we had marked from the 4 time frame, and the market reacted from this area. I think on last week on Friday, market reacted to this PO high, and you can see we had some push to the downside. Now going down to the 1 hour time frame. So after this break of structure this week, I saw this market structure shift here. You see it? We had a market structure shift here. Now confirming to us now that we are bearish. I'm getting the point. This market structure shift was confirmed to us now we are bearish. Since this was our strong high here, and this is our was our weak high, and this was our strong low. We were not expecting this low to be broken, since this low had already swept liquidity here. So it was our strong low, and the market broke it with a candle. Market broke it in a candle. So that one confirmed to me now. The market has shifted from bullish towards bearish. That is the internal structure. Don't get confused. The internal structure have confirmed to us that have confirmed the swing structure, which is this one from the 4 hour time frame. We have this break of structure. Now the internal structure has confirmed to us now we are bearish. Now, after this market structure shift now, where do you have our inducement? I'll repeat this again. We have said whenever market breaks the external structure, whatever is inside here, all the internal structure becomes inducement. So this is my minor inducement, sorry. Market never created a major inducement. So this is my minor inducement. Market swept that liquidity, and this was my pure high. Because from up here, we don't see anything interesting from up here. You see, this order block has already been mitigated, and this is the only order block that we are having. So now, this is our dealing range. This is our dealing range. That is our high, and this is our low. So this is our trading range now. This is our dealing range in other terms. Now in other. So now this is the area that I'm expecting to see a bullish, a bearish confirmation for me to take a sell. Because the reason why I'm saying that I'm expecting to see a confirmation here, because if I can take a sell from this area like this, where will be our stop loss? Our stop loss, guys, will be above here. This is a 50 pips stop loss, of which that is a very large stop loss for me. So, and you can see, if I try to take this trade, it will give me a risk to reward of 2.27, of which is a good one. But for me, I would like to have at least 3 risk to reward, of which this is not giving me good risk to reward. So another advantage of waiting for the confirmation, you get good risk to reward. You minimize your stop loss, and that means that you will get good risk to reward. So I'm expecting to see still a confirmation from this area for me to take a sell, because remember we took out the external structure. So whatever is inside here becomes the internal structure. And then the internal structure gives me a good confirmation, then not trade for me. Because if you go down to the lower time frame, that is 15 minutes time frame, remember that is one of my favorite time frame that I'd like to take my trades. So from what I can see here, uh, we are very bullish here. And from what I can see here, this is the last break of structure. After this break of structure, market came down and swept the liquidity below this low. Since this low had not swept any liquidity, market induced this low like this. This is our inducement down here. So this becomes our inducement. After that inducement, we have a break of structure. We have a break structure, if I can mark it like that. So that means what? This is our strong low, this is our weak high, this is our strong low. So From what I can see, we are still bullish from the internal structure. We are still bullish from internal structure like that. So there are two scenarios here. This is my demand. There are two scenarios here. So remember, our external structure is bearish, and the market has already traded to this pure high. So me taking buy from this area is very risky. Me taking a buy from this area is very risky. Although this is a strong low, but taking a buy from this area, since the market has traded to a pure high, it's very risky. So not unless you get a confirmation, I don't advise for you to place a limit order within this area like this. I don't recommend you to place a limit order here. So wait until you get a confirmation within this area, then don't take a buy. Since market has traded to pure high, and I'm expecting this low to be broken. That is my anticipation. I'm expecting this low to be broken. If that one happens now, if this low gets broken, then now I'll be very happy to take a sell targeting this low. But still remember, we have some open eyes here. We have this eye as a liquidity. We also have this eye as a liquidity. So I'm not saying that this POI will not hold. But until you get a confirmation from this POI, don't place a limit order within this area. Are you getting the point? Yeah, because the market can decide to violate this area, push and break this law. Of which that is what we are anticipating from the higher time frame structure. We are expecting this law to be broken. Then after that, we look for a sell. Because guys, I always advise you, make sure you make the trend to be your friend. Always make sure the trend is your friend. And if I can advise, make sure the higher time frame trend is your friend. Sometimes don't trust this internal trend very much, this lower time frame trend very much. But I'm gonna tell you for free, the higher time frame trend is the strongest trend, and it's the one that is reliable and you can trust it. But this lower time frame trend, remember the lower time frame trend is just fulfilling the higher time frame context. Yeah, make sure you align your lower time frame uh, trend with the higher time frame trend. Because if you get that, or if you do that, then I can promise you will increase your win rate. Don't take trades blindly. Always make sure you look for higher time frame. Get the narrative, get the context of what the higher time frame is trying to do. Then from that, you can replicate that one from in the lower time frame, and you will get good trades. That is what I'm having on the Euro USD. If you get a confirmation from here, take a buy. But my advice, wait and see. If this low gets broken, then I will look for sell, of which that is the trade that we wanna look. We wanna take. So that is it on Euro USD. So the last pair that I'm going to look at is the GBPJPY. GBP USD, sorry, the GU, GBP USD. I don't think whether we did analysis on this pair on our previous video. So allow me to start from the higher time frame. Going to start from the daily time frame. So from the daily time frame, I will just focus on this area here. So if you can now look at this area, you see this, we have a break of structure here. This break of structure is valid since it had swept this low here. It induced this low, then went ahead and broke the structure. So this is a valid break of structure. Also, this is a valid break of structure. This one is not valid. This is not a valid break of structure since it had not swept any liquidity. That's why you can see after this break of structure, market had to come down, sweep this major inducement, Then after that, went ahead and broke the structure to the upside. So this becomes our strong breakout structure. That means this is our weak high, this is our strong low. Are you getting? But later on, market came. You see, this was our strong low. That's why you can see market faced a lot of challenges breaking this low. It attempted to break, but never broke this low. It just swept liquidity. Pushed to the upside, then it came down and then broke this low. And we got what we call a change of what? A change of character. So we have a change of character here. After this change of character, where do we see the inducement? Where do we see the liquidity? As always, this was our inducement because we don't see any other inducement here. So we had a minor inducement at that high. And the interesting part is that market came, swept that inducement from this high. You see, this high was swept by the wick of this candle. We had sweep of liquidity. Then from there, you can see the market started pushing to the downside. So what do we have? What do we have here? Higher time frame, we are bearish. That is from the daily time frame. Going down to the 4-hour time frame, we want to see what happens after the market structure shift here. And you see, not market structure shift, sorry, but after this inducement, all the sweep of this liquidity. Did we get the market change of character, guys? Because the change of character is the one that proves to us that the market is willing to change the direction. Until you get a change of character, then the trend has not shifted. Because, and which trend am I talking about? I'm talking about this pullback. You see, this pullback is the trend that we are talking about. Until you get a market structure shift, then the pullback, this trend is still bullish. And from what you can see here from the 4-hour time frame, this is the last break of structure. This is a strong break of structure since swept liquidity below this low. We have this inducement, sweep of the liquidity, then push to the upside. There was no any other valid break of structure. This is not a valid break of structure. There is no sweep of liquidity, even does not qualify to be a right pullback for me. Then, after market swept liquidity from that high, that inducement, minor inducement from the daily time frame, I saw this market structure shift. Are you getting it? We have this market structure shift here. That is our change of character. Now, after that change of character, where do you see the inducement? Remember, we have said whenever market takes out the external structure, whatever is inside here becomes liquidity. So we have this as a minor inducement. You also have a minor inducement. You also have a minor inducement. And the only place that you can see a pure high or an order block, it was on only this candle here. See, this candle here was only a order block that we had here. So market came to that order block, then tried to push to the downside. But there is something here that I'm not, I don't like here on the GU, is that if you try to look at the candlestick, what do you think the candlestick are telling us? Because from what I can see, we have a very strong momentum going to the upside. So I'm not trusting this uh, bearish trend. For me, I'm not trusting this bearish trend because here, this extension was very strong. The momentum here, if you try to look at the sizes of the candlesticks on these bullish candles, they are very strong bullish candle. Here we are seeing it's like uh, the sellers or the bears are struggling to push this market to the downside. After taking out this low, you see a very strong bullish momentum to the upside. This correction is also very weak. You see, this correction is very weak. Market reacted to this order block here. You see, from this week, we saw market reacting from this order block down here. After what do we see? Another strong bullish momentum going to the upside. So for me, from what I can see, For me, GU is contradicting my analysis, and I'm not trusting this bearish movement that much. And from what I can see, I have some kind of trend line liquidity here. This is my trend line liquidity. We have this eye, we also have this eye, we also have this eye. Although this is our dealing range, this is our protected high, and this is our targeted low. So I'm still expecting the market to take out this eye, take out this eye, and maybe this eye before starting pushing to the downside. So for me, GU is still bullish. The internal structure is still bullish until I get a very nice confirmation for me to take a sell. But the internal structure for me is very bullish, and we are seeing a very bullish momentum, strong bullish momentum from the internal structure. So I'm expecting this eye, and also this eye to be taken out before we can see uh, sales to the downside. But if this eye gets taken out, then that one will prove to us we are bullish. That will be our confirmation, because this is our strong high, this is our weak low. Are you getting this? This is our strong high and this is our weak low. So whatever is happening inside here is just an internal structure. Getting? Whatever is inside here, it's just an internal structure. This is our external structure, which is bearish, which confirms to us the external structure, which is the daily time frame. Remember, from the daily time frame, from the daily time frame, uh, yeah, from the daily time frame, the GU has already, I think it has already traded to the 50%. Yeah, you can see it has already traded to the 50%. So we are currently at the premium. We are currently at the premium. So it looks very nice to take a sell from this area. Still, bearing in mind, we also have this nice order block here at the extreme. So market might decide also to push to this your high. That's why I'm telling you, I'm not trusting this bearish movement here internally, since we also have an order block that is resting at the extreme of our structure. We also have a liquidity below it. This is also liquidity. So market might still push to this extreme order block before starting pushing to the downside. So you have to be very careful with the internal structure. So let me just go back where the 4 hour time frame. So from the 4 hour time frame, that is what we are having here. For me, we are bullish until we get a nice confirmation. We are still bullish. So I would rather look for bullish. Uh, I would rather look for buys other than uh, the bearish setups. And the reason we are saying that, if we go down to the lower time frame, that is 1 hour time frame, you can see very clearly this is a order block that we marked from the 4 hour time frame. Market came to this order block and was there. We saw this strong bullish momentum to the upside. Now, this was our strong high here. This was our strong low. Market broke this eye. This eye was not meant to be broken because it was our strong high. Remember, we are bearish, and the market had already come to this extreme PI. So I was not expecting this eye to be broken. But that one happens, guys. That is why we are saying we're very bullish on the GU. So this was the last break of structure. I think um I've been promising to make a video on how to identify a valid break of structure and also the change of character. But this coming week, I promise I will make a video on that. So this eye is very strong since it had swept liquidity above this arm, because market swept the low and went ahead and swept the high here. before coming and breaking this low. So this is our strong high, this is our strong low. After that, you see this market structure shift here to the upside. Then after this market structure shift, now where do we have our point of interest? As always, market came to this indecision candle. You see this candle, this indecision candle, that is where market reacted from. So for me, I was expecting the market to come to this candle here, down here. That is where I had marked as my POI. But unfortunately, GU never came to this area. It reacted from this indecision candle. And do you see the kind of momentum? You have a very strong momentum pushing to the upside. So fortunately, never took that trend. So this is what I'm expecting. Until I'm expecting the market to break this high. If this high gets broken, then that means this will be our PO high. I get it. This will be our demand zone. I'm not saying that this is our demand zone currently. No. Until the market, because I can see the market is reacting from this supply zone right here. I can see this supply zone. Even the market has not yet traded to that one. But there is a small favored gap here. The market is reacting from that. Until the market breaks this high, uh, then this demand zone is not valid. But if we see a break with a candle above this high, then this will be our demand zone. Are you getting, guys? So comparing this pair with uh the Euro USD, the Euro USD looks to be uh the leading pair, and this one looks to be the lacking pair. Because the EU has already broke the structure, but GU not yet. So until we break this high here, then there is no confirmation setup here. So, but I will make, as always, I'll make a video on Wednesday. I think before or by Wednesday, market would have confirmed to us which direction we are going to. Because I can see here we are bullish. The GU currently we are bullish on GU. That is the point. The market breaks this high now. Will confirm to us we are very much bullish. This will be our demand zone. Then this low here will be our inducement. So guys, that is it that on our top-down analysis today. I don't know how you think about those setups. So we have done analysis on GJ, we've done analysis on J, we also done analysis on the USD, and the last pair was the GU. So I would like to stop at that point. I'll make another video on Wednesday. That will be an update on our top-down analysis. So still as a reminder, if you are new, kindly subscribe, like the video, and as always, make sure you leave a comment on the comment section. Maybe which area do you want me to tackle next? Or maybe which pair do you want me to analyze? Then I promise you on Wednesday, I will analyze that one. So as always, on Wednesday, I will do analysis on gold. I think most of you expected me to do analysis on gold today, but I will do analysis on gold on Wednesday. So thank you for watching, my people. I wish you a happy trading week ahead. So see you on Wednesday. Until then, it's a bye-bye.